Hi. Hello. Good evening, good morning. How's it going, people? This is a brand new intro for character impressions, cause why not? Okay, hello. Alright. We finally have the Danua as a standard SSR character. Yes, because our other SSR variations. I can't even remember how to say that word. Variations are all limited, right? So she finally has a standard one, she's a subtickable one. Probably in a few months down the road, but yeah. She's light for some reason, even though like her other versions is dark and fire, I think. I think her Halloween is fire, right? But yeah, she's light this time. Average stats. She's special style. Yeah, she's Dora. Dagger X? Is that the same one as before? I honestly don't remember. I don't use her enough to actually remember what the hell she was capable of, because she was just really dog shit anyway. Shield? Yeah, whatever. Massive light damage to a full petrify effect. Cool, she has fucking 6's all Ogi. Good to know. Fuse Doll. Light damage to all foes. Hit to attack and multi-attack rate. Okay. Twin Reaper. Attack twice each turn. Double Strike? Lowest caster's HP every turn. Can restore HP while in effect. Extends effect duration upon being targeted by another light ally's buff or healing skill. So she slowly dies. If you keep extending it with like similar to Geisenborger or Zoe S3 shit. Huh. Helmond boost all allies' multi-attack rate. Boost to specs. What specs? When a foe has a petrify effect? What specs? Conjoined. Boost to all allies' debuff success rate. Song needs that. She's good for song. Not lag. Okay, not lagging. Alright. Boost to Danua's attack based on how low her HP is. Withstand lethal. Okay, so she has guts and enmity. Only to herself though. Spectral Cleaver. Blind effect hit to dark. Boost to wow, large enmity. Small crit. Interesting. Is there like a full limit break version? Did they say anything about it? Oh, okay. That gets upgraded, huh? The weapon is still somewhat because it's enmity. I mean, it just says it lowers the maximum HP, right? Similar to like the likes of Therese's S2 or some shit. Was it S2? I don't remember. I know Therese has this as well. I think also applies to MC's dancer skill or something. Yeah, you know the shit that just reduces your max HP. That green heart debuff thingy. I don't know. It just kind of felt like it is. Probably is gonna be like that though. Or it could be that, yeah. It could be damage over time, yeah. I guess it's just the DOT, huh? Okay, so if it's like a DOT, then I guess that's alright. Yeah, because I honestly think that really reduce the total amount of HP is gonna be really, really bad. Because she is an enmity based character, so that makes more sense, yeah. So the start, you get 2 turns. So you want to extend this further, you just keep buffing it then. It's not too bad, I suppose. And it's only catered to light parties. Because it only says light allies. I mean, that's like probably her strongest skill anyway. And I honestly think it's not really that bad. I think that's like the only skill that she's really good for. Double strike. She can technically keep having double strike then. Especially if she like tags with what's his name? Geisenborger? I mean, she won't die, because Geisenborger takes everything. So she has double strike. I think Geisenborger does that shit as well. MET is gonna be a thing, huh? In light now. But the problem with that is that you have to keep pressing buttons though. Yeah, that's really her only problem. You have to keep pressing buttons. If you cannot press any like yellow borders or green border skills to buff your team and shit, you can't keep that up, right? Because each button press increases the thing by 1 turn. It seems somewhat doable, but it's still gonna be slow though. It definitely feels like it's possible to do it though, that's for sure. You go enmity and shit. Especially the likes of Geisenborger. You just put like Funfu or some shit, and then you just have your MC have like all kinds of buffing skills and shit. Then you just have a permanent rotation of your MC and Funfu, and then you just call it a day. And then you just keep doing it, and then... Because this will probably just reduce her HP down to 1, right? And I don't think she dies, right? Because it's kind of dumb if she actually kills herself that way. Because I don't remember you dying to DOT unless it's like really poison or some shit, right? Like if it's like a skill that gives you DOT, I don't think she'll die, yeah. So she'll just stay at 1 HP. So it's honestly not really a bad idea. It honestly really doesn't sound like a bad idea. It sounds like a stupid idea to a certain degree, but I don't think it's that bad. I mean, if you really want to go towards that direction, I guess you have a choice now, or you have like the option to do so, I suppose. I mean, it does look like whenever you have the petrified thing, that shit goes up relatively high and it applies to every single party member, so it's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. I guess it kind of helps for new players as well, but then again, new players can't really make full use of enmity and what's that, auto damage either way though. I feel like a character like her will only be relatively only good when you have like the correct setup. That probably only applies to post-mid game players to end game players only though, if they really want to like fuck around with her. Well, not literally, but like, you know, play around like her skill set and shit. Yeah, there's no way a new player or like people just going right into mid game making full use out of her. There's no fucking way. She's pretty fucking weak in that spot. Dark damage down, yikes. 1 MET. And 1 crit. Holy fuck. What is this dog shit of a EMP? Man, that EMP sucks. Oh, seriously, a EMP is so fucking bad. I was actually expecting more enmity because she was so enmity oriented character. She's an enmity oriented character. I was expecting at least like 2 or some shit. Because she's also based on just mashing autos, right? Or even at least getting more crit, you know? Maybe 1 extra crit on her personal, the third one. The third row. Because this is a personal individual EMP, right? I was thinking like maybe they add extra 1 crit or maybe 1 extra enmity node, and then 3 attack is kind of makes sense, but double and triple attack is like, yeah, that's not too bad though. 40% double attack and 30% triple attack. It's not too bad. It's relatively high too. And the one non-buff is 30 and 15. It's alright. I guess that kind of helps, but like, yeah, this 2 should have been here or here, but like because she's special style, and she's a Doraf. Usually Doraf has very fucking Pepega nodes. Yeah, this EMP is just pretty shit, man. Ay. Damn, that sucks, man. So it really just dependent. If that's the case, right? Because the EMP is so shit, it's very highly dependent on your grid then. If your grid is not really geared towards NET or shit like that, you're probably not gonna get a lot of damage. Because you have to keep in mind, like, the likes of Geisenborger is probably a lot more different because he has a lot of, like, firepower on his own. It's like, even though she has this, right, I don't think that's gonna really help you if you're doing, like, a full stamina grid or whatever. Geisenborger is, like, a whole different level altogether. Then again, he's an invoker, right, so it's not really good to compare, I suppose, but hey, he's still somewhat a free character, right? That you can somehow get without throwing any money. Either way, I really do want to see that happen though. Like having having Geisenborger and her together in a party and is very focused to like an MET grid. I probably want to see that, like any other content creators out there posting on YouTube and shit. I kind of want to see that happen. Some mad motherfuckers just going like, yeah, full horseshoes or like fucking Metatron daggers and shit and just using this character. I want to see how that turns out to be. Because like, it does look quite interesting though, seeing this shit happens. But you just need to press a lot of buttons, which emphasizes a lot of the synergy between having Geisenborger as well. Because Geisenborger needs that too whenever you want to stay alive, right? For Geisenborger, I think it was his S3, I think. Was it his S3? the one where he doesn't die at all, but he also has that so-called timer countdown or whatever, similar as hers, but she just doesn't die. But Geisenberger is like, he literally kills himself when the shit disappears, right? Or some shit like that. She has some sort of synergy with him. That's why I want to see that happen, because he looks pretty cool. But like, I don't really see how is that very shit. I don't know how my English is not working all of a sudden. It's not so conventional, I guess. This kind of stuff to go towards to as Light, because Light usually you go towards to either just focus on full crit and shit like that, or you go stamina, right, as Light. So maybe now with the help of maybe her weapon might help as well with Noah's weapon and shit, but I don't know, man. I think even like farmable weapons is somewhat possible with her though. But you have to really rely on just going full enmity though, to actually give her all the damage that she needs. No, I wouldn't say she's that bad. She has some sort of potential, because you can technically keep her double strike up permanently. There is a way for that, because it's 10 turns. You basically just need to have like 8 buttons to cycle around to get her to reset that, you know? So you can have like 0 downtime on her S2, because it does look like her S2 is very, very important. And not to mention her S3 kinda also provides the extra thing, if I recall correctly. Oh wait, no, another allies, never mind. It doesn't apply to herself. But yeah, I think we just Funfu and then you put on MC, like you have clear and all the other shit. You just mash that shit off cooldown. It's possible to have 0 downtime if you just focus on just having like either some other character, or I do think like Funfu is probably like the best character for it, because her cooldown and stuff is just relatively quick as well. And then you have MC and stuff as well if you have those specific skills with very low cooldowns. There's definitely a way to actually make that happen, or maybe when there's more so-called weapons that's geared towards light enmity, probably you can actually see this happen. Yeah, I got a feeling it might actually be a case. She has some sort of potential, but probably you don't see it yet because we don't really have like much weapons gearing towards enmity for light anyway. We've just started to somewhat see it because of her weapon and some other magnitude, you know, Metatron and Odin's weapon or whatever shit like that, right? So yeah, right now it's still very, very on the scuff level, but I think once that shit goes live, or like when we have more options and stuff, she might actually be really good. But for now, I think she's still very, very situational at this point. Like, very, very situational. It's very hard to make full use out of her. You really need that perfect grid for her and a certain character setup to actually make her work properly. Because if not, it just lasts for 2 turns and then whoop, rip, she's fucking useless because of her S3 and shit, you know? She's only useful because having the S3 and the S2, and that's really about it. Besides that, I don't think she has really that much. Well, you can put her in with Song, I guess, just to have Song land her goddamn paralyzed more often, I suppose. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for my thoughts on her, or my impressions of her. So like, subscribe, comment Pepega Ricardo Flick in the chat or in the actual comment section for YouTube, and I'll see you guys on the next video.